Thank you, everyone. We'd like to call the meeting of the Board of Zoning Appeals for October 16th, 2025. Call it to order. Have we had time to read the previous minutes?
Yes. I'll make the motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Motion's been made by Tim
I'll make a second.
and seconded by Kendall. Oh,
That was Tim.
Tim, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, moving on to the next, we need to approve the agenda. Is there anything that needs to be added to the agenda or taken away?
Move it be approved, Mr. Chairman.
Motion's been made to approve. Do I hear a second?
I'll make a second.
Seconded by Kendall. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, we're moving on with the agenda. Moving on with, public comments. Public comments, we've had issues in the past. We're gonna keep them under 3 minutes for anything other than what the request. The request has time to make their presentation, but whenever you come to either for or against, try to keep your public comments under 3 minutes, okay? Moving on to the first item of the agenda, variance request 5-acre minimum in A1 zone, 1982 Pratt Road, Boyer. We have Terry?
Yes.
Okay. Are you presenting it?
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Terry Floyd, and I'm here to represent Mr. James Boyer for the property of 1982 Pratt Road. What we're asking for is a variance to split that to a 2.5 acre, and it is for, me and my wife are wanting to buy the 2.5 acres to build us a handicap house. Most of y'all know of my health issues, and we're just trying to be proactive because the house we have now has steps in it, tub and showers, where it just makes it hard on us. And so we're just trying to build this house while we can do it now. And because, like I said, I had liver transplant, heart surgery, and they've already told me I might have another in probably 10 years. And we're just trying to plan ahead. And Mr. Boyer has offered to sell 2.5 acres to us. And the reason this property is so special is my mother-in-law, which is Teresa's mom, lives 500 feet from where we would be building at. And she's 88 and lives by herself. And it would be the perfect fit for us to take care of her still until her last days, and hopefully keep me and Teresa out of the nursing home, since it would be a slab house and we could take care of each other. And
Does your mother-in-law live in one of these, Terry?
yeah, right down Logan's Chapel Road. It's
I think it's this next one right here.
it's 3 houses down, yes.
Okay,
Claudette Hillis.
all right.
Terry, I'm not, Pratt Road seems to register, but I can't pinpoint. What kind of road is that?
It's a chip and tire.
A county road?
Yes, a county road, yes. That is a corner property, and the area we would want to build on, the 2.5 acres, is on Logan's Chapel Road, which is, like I said, it's a corner lot right there.
And Logan Chapel's, it's a dead end.
Dead end.
Yes, it is,
We go
yes.
down, turn
yes,
around.
Yes.
And I'm guessing there's water and power already down
Yes,
there.
we've already checked, and there is perk sites, and there is water. Hillsville takes care of Logan's Chapel Road.
Plenty of road frontage.
Yes, oh yes, there's 219 feet of road frontage.
Well, I admire you moving close to your mother-in-law.
And like I said, it's the perfect piece of land for us right now to build the house and stuff.
And take care of your family.
I'll make the motion that we grant the variance under, I think it's D1, shall be granted because of the special circumstances or conditions. It would be taking care of family.
And I'll second that.
I think that picked that right one, did I not?
There should be granted, is it not on the back of you? Turn your sheet over. Should be on the back side.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, D1,
Yeah.
because he's gonna be near mother-in-law. Is there anybody here that opposes that? That fits that criteria, does it not?
Yes. As far as I understand, it does. Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any other discussion on this? Anyone else got any objections or wants to talk for it? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor of granting this by the standards of variance D1, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you
Me
very
and my
much.
wife appreciates it.
Mother-in-law
Yeah.
probably needs to appreciate it too. You're welcome. All right. Moving on, next agenda item, variance request, left side building setback 10 foot, Mountain View Road, map 87, parcel 022.8, Mr. Kelly, or Brian Kelly? Okay.
But
Yeah, it's wonderful y'all build the bridge, I think.
All right.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for taking time to be here and to hear my request. Appreciate that.
Okay.
So we bought a piece of property on Mountain View Road. Beautiful place, we love it. It's exciting that we're gonna be moving in there sometime soon, building a new place. So a couple things I wanted to mention at first. Like, I think the piece of the house that we've chosen is on one level. It's pretty wide. It's 75 feet wide, and the depth I think is 71 feet. So when you consider the setbacks on the front and both sides, it works. We can get the house in there, right? It's not optimum for a couple of reasons. First thing I think is to kind of preserve the look of the neighborhood, we'd like to be able to push the house back a little more than we are. So even the 10 feet that I'm asking for as the variance will kind of get us a little bit more. 15 feet would be amazing, but I don't know if I can ask for that now. But so a couple things. The shape of the property. If you look at your sheets there, there's an egress ingress variance there. That if you look at the property, it narrows out as you get down into it. So that's where it kind of hurts. Like we push that in, and it's touching the lines in the back, right? We still have a little bit of room up front, but I'm not a mathematician, but I thought if we had a few extra feet on the easement side of the property, we could kind of do this and back, So just see what else I might be able to tell you here. I think, well, it's aesthetically, I think better for the neighborhood, and I also do think it'll be aesthetically better for our neighbor, because we originally had the house designed where you would pull in the property, and it would be right at the left side would have been a side entry garage. Well, we thought that would not look real great for everybody in the neighborhood, so we've redesigned it to put the front loading garage all the way to the right-hand side, so that we can kind of come in through that ingress, shoot up over the top and the front of our property, and then into the garage, and then have a little more breathing room for a back out, to back your vehicle out and then to kind of pull forward. So I don't have a lot of fancy stuff to talk about, but that's basically what we're looking for.
Well, the question I have, this is, from my understanding, this is in the RS1, correct, already?
I don't know
not
what
in
that
the-
means, I'm sorry.
It's in the residential RS1
Zoning.
zoning.
Is that right? RS1? You know if that's
They didn't put
RS?
zone, they didn't put zone here.
Or they did.
Oh, I think it's in C1, yes,
Is that C1 now?
Yes.
But your setbacks are 25 feet, not 50.
No, 50 in the front though, right? 50 in the front, 25 and 25. Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah, so we're in there,
And how wide's your house?
75.
75 and 78.
And how wide's the lot?
Up front, it's not, it's, I think it's 146 feet in the front. So if you take that,
50 and 50, it's 100.
yeah, if you take that 75, 25, 25, it tightens up as we get further into the property.
Yeah, I think it's the problem is the angles.
What it is on the back,
Like it's a weird
Oh,
shape.
a lot, very much, like we're,
It's narrower. right
most of the
there.
property's actually in the woods. But,
But if your property is 146 feet wide.
yeah.
And your house is 75 feet, that leaves you 65 feet, which you got 50 feet, that leaves you a 15-foot gap in there.
I can't say
Is
that.
that,
It narrows, yeah. So if you see how that,
It's wider here.
that's
than it
why I
is
was
here.
asking about that back.
yeah.
It's wedge shaped.
yeah,
So the back of the property, like the back of the house touches the sides of the setback.
when was this lot cut up, do you know?
When was it cut up, Charles, do you know?
Recently, like in June, May, I mean, past 2 years? This year? Okay. Okay,
What he's saying is, there's a, as you go back further, the lot narrows up, and then it gets real wide,
In the back,
In the back, yeah.
It's,
so it's a polygon.
yeah, and, I own the property next to it, and I don't object whatsoever to this,
you own the egress,
pardon.
the egress part? The
No.
ingress,
I have
egress?
a right of way over the egress, yes,
Who owns the ingress, egress?
Eddie Duke,
Eddie D.
Is he here?
he's not. So I can tell you if you can get an idea what this looks like. We have a decent amount of property that's sort of level to get in on our driveway, pulling in off the road. And then the egress is 50 feet from there, which is a ton. And then Eddie's house is, I think at least probably 150 feet away from the end of the easement. So it's pretty far away.
Okay.
The biggest problem I have is Mr. Duke, which is not here, I wish he was. If we move it closer to him, then we are closer to, we're infringing on his rights to be able to build anything in the future.
But can he build on the easement is the question?
I have the easement as a developer over this property.
So you own this easement?
Yes, well, no, I sold the easement, that used to be a road, that was a future development for a road. And Eddie wanted to put his driveway on it, so I told him, I said, yes, I'll sell you that, but I'll retain the right for this lot to enter it. Now, Mr. Brian, he doesn't want to actually enter his lot from that, although he has a right to, and but when we're talking about that lot, he wants to move it back, and it narrows back here, and then it spreads out
Okay.
real wide.
So you don't really know the distance in between here, or where he's actually wanting to put his house?
No, what is the difference in that?
From the way it changes, I don't have that, guy. I really apologize for that.
Well, I mean, if we're given an easement, we kinda need to know exactly,
You're talking about the distance between back.
because variance,
From that
Yeah,
point.
okay.
because variances are
Specific.
specific.
Yeah, would that be on the plat?
No, because it would be, if we had a scale, we could scale Kelly, but,
Yes, sir.
Your total acreage is 1.06.
and if this were in the R1 zoning, then the setbacks would not be as,
Well, that'd be 25 feet. It's still,
still is the same.
yes, sir. The RS1 and the C1 are 25 feet. Yes, sir. It's when you get to the A1 is when they widen out.
When they widen out, all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I own adjacent property to him, and like I said, I have retained the
What if it
easement.
came all the way back here into this area?
What if we table it to the next meeting to bring the dimensions in?
Try and keep it square.
What he intends on building there, yeah.
And you
What he
can't
intends on
move
building
it
that
back
area,
further?
because they don't have,
No, because the back of the house hits in here, you know, before we can get it back the way
What-
we'd like to get it
And
back.
it drops off, it's just an inch.
That's always.
Yeah,
They were missing this dimension
It
right
drops
here.
off to the
Yes.
creek in the back, and up here is the.
Okay, so there's a creek and
Yeah,
stuff back
there's a
here,
creek
okay.
back here, and it's a pretty sharp drop.
it falls off into Fire Lake.
Oh,
It does, yeah, go back down, yeah, into it.
Yeah.
okay.
When you come up from the bridge up the hill,
Yeah.
it's on the right-hand
It's on
side,
the
those
right,
three
yeah.
lots are on that right-hand
Oh,
side,
okay.
on top of that ridge.
I didn't know where
Yeah.
exactly it was.
I mean.
How far back this line does your home, can it set in
Where it
there?
sits
and-
without, you know, with touching the back, it's about 70 feet from the road.
Okay, but if you move it to where you don't give a variance, our problem is we don't like giving variances because they are very specific and they stay with the land from now on.
Yeah.
And and a variance infringes, we're giving somebody else's rights away. Is the way, I mean,
I'll
know.
tell you what I can do for you, or I will to try.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna table it, or I will try to table it. You bring us back that plat, of the house sitting on it with the measurements
Okay. I
from
can
the
do-
lines.
Yeah,
Where you want to put that.
You show us on that lot and give us the feet and dimensions of your house sitting there and how much it's gotta come off of that line and that point, because I see where it narrows in, but there's really no depth there of how much that line's
yeah, I was
tilted
looking at
in.
it today, and I go, man, just wish I was better.
And
at this."
I will
You know,
even put in my table motion that we waive your fees, because I'm gonna table it. Instead of turning you down, I'm
Well,
gonna
this-
table it, but if somebody will second it. My motion is to table it, you bring us back the plat with the house sitting on it with the dimensions off the lines and show us what you really need. And that's my motion.
Well, and ultimately, I'm feeling like this is a matter of convenience too, because they're to use a certain plan of house he wants to use on this lot
yeah,
too.
I
so-
mean,
Well, the only thing I would say, not to argue with that, but honestly, the aesthetics of the neighborhood, like being able for us to push this back for, like, our neighbor's house is, you know, probably 50, 60 feet further back. And when you come, not the bridge side coming up, if you come the other way, you would see this big,
You're talking about the Duke's house, right? Not-
Yes.
Okay, cause
Yeah.
yeah, the older house that's there, it's been there for a while.
Yeah.
And it was another phase of Fire Lake that we developed earlier.
yeah, well, and, well, Tim's got on the motion to table, I need a second for that, and then we can, and then you can come back with your dimensions and stuff,
okay,
or,
yeah.
and, does anyone want to second that?
Did you get a second?
No, sir.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made to table this to the next meeting of next month by Tim and seconded by Lowell. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It passes to table. And we will see you next month.
Thank
And your fee should be waived.
All right, thank you, appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
gentlemen.
you. Thank you. I got my glasses. Excuse me. Moving on the next agenda item and variance request. 5-acre minimum A1 zone, Fountain Grove Road. 2 lots of parent map lot, or parcel 46, or parcel 0001108. Get it in my bifocals there.
Yes, I'm Jonathan Skinner, and
Jonathan Skinner.
I work with George Spellings on purchasing this property. It was 14.49 acres with the intention of, it's more or less to gift to my children. I want to split it in half and gift it to them with requests for variance for their mother to live on one half of it with the one daughter, and then I myself to live half on the other half with my other daughter. And which you can see the driveway, we've actually put it to the left, and the first house will be on the left, shop building with living quarters will be on the right, and then you go further back on the drive and you'll have 2 houses right there. And the request would, which I don't know if I need to request a variance for a shop building with living quarters, but it will have power and septic.
How much will each lot be? How many acres?
Around 7 acres. It'd be 7.24.
So you need a variance request to put 2 residents on 1 lot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's family, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
I can get my
As,
glasses.
as we're getting older, I've got rheumatoid arthritis and she's got Sjogren's, and we just need the help of the children as we get older. And I wouldn't say it, they want a homestead because 15 acres is considered a homestead, but 14.49, I'm real close. So we just requesting a variance for those 2. We do have the septic soil samples. We don't have the state perk test yet, but we're just seeing what y'all think about it.
Okay, so it's gonna be a Skinner compound, basically?
Yes, sir.
When was the land purchased?
About 2 months ago. Yeah, pretty close.
So you wanna split it into 7 point something per lot,
Yes, sir.
and use a driveway on each lot, and put 2 homes on each driveway, and that would be the max.
Well, it'd be 3 homes on the one driveway and then just 1 home. Or we can split it up. We could do 2 houses on one driveway and 2 houses on the other driveway, whichever really you prefer.
That's 4 houses.
Well,
3 houses.
well, it'd be a shop building with living quarters. And then
So it'd have to
3
be 2 and
houses
2,
total.
wouldn't it? Cause a shop building with living quarters would be considered a home with a septic tank. So you'd have to do
Two and
two
two.
entrances per driveway is what it would have to come
Yes.
down to.
Yes, sir.
You would have to design it that way,
Okay.
because that gentleman in Beech Grove wanted to do, remember, he wanted to do his family down there, and we couldn't do that.
Yeah, it had to have more access.
This is outside that, you have looked at the requirements for a shop house in Coffee County, right?
I have a contractor that has done houses in Coffee County, so I'm sure that
Okay.
he's up on it. He said, I need to get the permit pulled for it, so.
Yeah, it's, there's no more red iron buildings anymore with the apartment inside of them.
Yes, sir.
That's the only reason I ask it. That's, people are shocked by that usually, so that's why I'm bringing it up.
Where is this? It says Fountain Grove Road. What's the numeric? You got an address?
We
area?
do not.
Out next to David Bryan's.
Yeah,
farm.
but is it on,
Oh,
It's on the right as you go out.
okay, but it goes
how far off the
Garner
highway?
Road.
5461 is across the street.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
that just gives me an idea there, yeah. Have you got it
There's the,
pulled
yeah,
up?
yeah, that's it right here. This is the 3-way, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
There's the.
Sorry, we don't have our adapter to put it up there, what he's got pulled up on his computer here, so. We apologize for that.
I'm understanding that there is water on that property, but, we're gonna have to work on the power system to get power.
Is that Duck River?
I'm assuming, I really don't know.
I should know, but I don't know exactly where the line
Maybe
is.
Candy Ford.
It may be, it's,
Is it right close to the line? I'm not
yeah,
sure.
it's close. But
And Hillsville, out there too, isn't it?
Hillsville Water, or no, it'd be West Warren, wouldn't it?
West Warren.
Mm-hmm, West
West
Warren,
Warren.
yeah.
So it's close to Bryan Cemetery Road?
Actually, the borders part of
So-
that.
How
Okay.
far off the road?
It's right there
you
with the
say they
three
were?
white where it turns.
Okay.
Did you say how far off the road you're gonna be?
Highway,
Off the highway,
yeah.
about, what, mile,
Maybe.
maybe a mile off the
Yeah.
highway?
Okay.
As far as the houses, it'll be 50 foot off the left side, and then probably, I'm thinking 75 to 100 off the front.
From each house?
Yes.
Yeah, there's 55 right there.
Okay. Yeah, it's not far off the highway. Any more discussion? Is there anyone else that would like to talk about this? Discussion, public comment?
Confused by this.
Mhm.
A lot going on here.
So will it be deeded in your children's name or your name?
My children's names.
Okay, so
Yes.
they're getting their inheritance now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
More or less, estate planning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
It shows good faith. To me, it does, because you're, it just shows good faith. I'll leave it like that.
I won't
That way
take
don't
care
get-
of them.
That way I don't get myself in trouble.
Yes, sir.
And it's good that you
Good-
want
good
family
intentions.
close to you.
Well,
Contingency, yeah.
that's a good one. I will make the motion that we grant it, and it goes back to that other one, again, I think, under D1. Special circumstances or conditions, and that means that the children are going to inherit the land, and that they will be there to take care of the parents.
You need to discuss.
Tim, will this warrant a contingency possibly?
Anybody second that?
Not yet, we're still kind of in a little bit
Okay.
of.
Family use contingency?
Yeah, it would fall underneath that too, because of the, he's sharing it with his heirs.
Have you got that piece of paper?
Look at this one here, see what they put in here.
Give us just a second if you would.
So we're kind of doing 2 or 3 things at one time here.
I think this falls under the one, the previous ones they passed though. That it needs to be contingent on the family, but I'm trying to find that verbiage so we quote it right. If that makes sense. And I can't seem to come across it.
I'm assuming the plat approvals have not happened just yet either.
So no, they have not. I think you can, do this on a contingency that it stays in the family, that family, I think it was said for 2 years, wasn't it, Tim?
Has to stay in the family for 2 years, yeah.
Minimum.
Yep.
So
And two dwellings per driveway
is the minimum.
yep, max.
Oh, yeah, max.
Yeah, is the maximum.
Yes,
So
sir.
you would have to have 2 homes on one driveway and 1 home and, the, whatever you, barn dominium
Yes, sir.
tied to the other one because it'll have to be 2 and 2.
Yes, sir.
And it stays in the family for 2 years
Years.
under contingency.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was the motion, correct, Tim?
Yes, sir.
Do I hear a second?
I'll make a second on it.
Kendall?
Kendall? Yes, sir. Made a second. So we'll proceed. Any other discussion on this? Anything? Everyone good? Okay. Proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? It passes with those contingencies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And y'all were moving here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Coffee County.
Where are you originally from?
Lawrenceburg.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I've got several friends over there.
Yeah, my kids wanted this area and we love it, so.
Good. Welcome to Coffee County.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on, last agenda item, variance request, 5-acre minimum in A1 Pea Ridge Road. Are you-
My name is Ariana Rowland.
Okay,
I just, this is just one example of how, dividing off 2 lots could look. And I know you already have that one, I just wanted you to each have the example there.
okay, so the big sheet's the new, what you're wanting, correct?
Yes. And then-
Here's the,
Yeah, you have that already.
How far out Pea Ridge is that?
Almost to the end.
Almost to
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
end?
it looks like
So it's
almost
across
the end.
Kathy Ridge, you keep going towards the lake.
Yes.
It's right before Normandy Banks.
it's out there close where that little private lane split is. Not far from it.
My name's Ariana Rowland, and I'm just working on getting my estate settled. And I would like to have the opportunity to deed my kids 2 lots. The example of the possibility of those 2 lots is in the bottom right-hand corner of that page. And that are less than 5 acres, so we can all be out there together. Each lot would be around, just under 1.5 acres, because I have almost 18 acres. And and that would depend on, and however necessary, depending on how the soils turned out and everything, and what's allowed there. So I'm not exactly sure of the layout or location of the lots, but the preference I have is in that lower right-hand corner area. And then that way I could keep 15 acres to keep it farmed and in greenbelt status for agricultural purposes. And so that's my interest in that.
Are you wanting your children to build on here?
Yes.
What is the dimension of these 2 lots what's the width and the depth?
I don't know. It would
Yeah.
depend on soils and all of that. It's,
Okay.
I'm kind of in the beginnings of communications of how to do this, but,
Well,
I was,
We gotta know
Go ahead.
that.
yeah,
I
we,
think she wanted to get the variance first before she cuts the soil scientist loose, cause she would have to, of course, pay the money for that.
well, and I understand that, but we cannot allow a lot to be
But no.
created if it's not big enough to build on, or if it's
Oh, no,
not,
the lot will have to comply. That'll be my job to make sure it meets all width, setback, area requirements, all that.
but if this is just 100 foot wide out there, I mean, if you don't know width on these lots,
No, the lots they will have to comply with all the current standards, for width, area, soils, all that. Like, that
Big.
part won't be an issue.
Nick, do you know the footage on Pea Ridge Road?
The width,
Yeah,
I believe Pea Ridge is a 50-foot right of way.
yeah, but they're.
Road frontage.
road
I
frontage.
think it's like
frontage.
700 feet or something.
Yeah, I mean, the lots would probably have to be 125 foot wide at a minimum, I believe, if they were an acre. But they could be 150 foot wide, just depending on, like she was saying, just depending on where the soils are and all that. The lots will certainly have to go through, they'll have to go through Kurt and Cindy, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, however these wind up, getting laid out, they will definitely meet all of the other county requirements for a buildable lot.
My question is,
I think you put the card.
given a I think, given a variance, we have to be specific to know
That
what
was down
size
at the
lot they
bottom.
are, is where I'm at.
Well, she's saying there would be, they're gonna be a little bit less than an acre and a half each.
That's
Yeah,
the zone,
and,
down towards the.
so you can stay in the green belt, and I get that, and
Well, I want to
Well,
keep,
this is
keep as much farmland as I can out there.
You'll-
And it
you'll-
would just be
you'll
really
measure-
nice
you'll
to be able
measure
to live out there with them.
yes, and I greatly admire that.
How soon are the children anticipating on building?
It could be a few years from now, you know, it's, they're, you know,
And
they're in
wh-
college right now, and later
Oh,
in college, you know, like beyond the undergraduate. And, so, you know, we're just working it out, and I wanted to know what I'm working with as far as settling my estate.
sure.
Whether or not I can have a variance, or if I'm restricted to the 5 acre, minimum, or, you know, so I can kind of understand what I can do and what I can't do.
Without dimensions on these proposed lots, we are, or at least I am, sort of at a loss
Yeah.
to be able to provide direction or help at this time.
Okay,
I can say this, we rotate off of here every 5 to 6 years, but there are set standards that we have to go by, that are set by the planning commission. Everybody has to follow. In fact, there were some new ones the other night. I don't see in 10 years somebody telling you no. If you come, I think you need to pick out the dimensions of your lots. If you want to stay 15 acres in the greenbelt, to understand that part. But if you cut these off now, they're gonna come out of the greenbelt, you're gonna be paying taxes on them. They won't be under the greenbelt if you shed them off right now.
okay, I was not planning on doing that right
Okay.
now.
And see,
just
that's
wanted
where,
to
I
know.
think you're sort of got the cart before the horse right here is, we need to know the dimensions of what
Okay.
you wanna cut off of it and what you wanna split.
Did y'all have dimensions for Terry's 2.5 acres?
Mm-hmm.
Did he already have it surveyed? I just question the logic on that, because y'all are asking her to have it surveyed, have soils and all that done to prove that they're buildable lots, but you're not even telling her whether or not she's got permission or not to do it.
Well, if there's no place for a septic tank to sit there, then she has to go to something else. I won't sign off on telling you can do 1.5 acres and then you're gonna come back and won't cut 6 out of it.
How am I supposed to, help me understand, how am I supposed to, if I'm thinking of this concept, how am I supposed to know if I can do it and then not spend a bunch of money, and that, then if I get the client?
To me, underneath that variance under D1 with your children,
Yes.
it would fly if you have the septic worked and the lot laid out. Does that make sense to y'all?
Soil sites and
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
I mean, that's all he had too. I mean, even if you can come back with the lot size and show us what the lot size is,
See, he had lot size, he had
Uh-huh.
acreage on it, he had
Yeah.
the house layout, everything on here, that we're just guessing at something here.
So
We
if
don't-
we just sketch what the lots could look like, then that would be
Well, I mean,
enough
that's-
to-
and tell me the acreage, yeah, what are you gonna cut off?
I mean, that's on the direction.
Yeah.
And it would go underneath that same contingency that gentleman did, is the children would have to accept it for 2 years at least, a minimum of 2 years. Cause that's where we're trying to make sure that this is all above board. Nobody's doing hanky-pankying, and we're not hanky-pankying.
That makes sense.
Because all that was brought forth under the A1, the 5 acre thing, is to protect the rural people and the rural you know, the rural land. But her owning that, she should be able to do, you know, there's instances in there of being able to deed it to your children. I mean, you can lop stuff off, like if I want to give my grandkids land, just lop it off, survey it, and poof, it's yours, you know, you come before here. So if we just have the lot size and the perk site and stuff, and there's water out Pea Ridge, it's a 4-inch water line. That's in my district right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Not asking for a whole lot of hoops, but a little bit more information so we know what we're doing too.
Yeah,
So if I'm not at a place where I can do that just yet, I just have to wait until I'm there?
Yes, ma'am.
Is what you're saying?
Shouldn't this
Little
be
more
tabled?
planning.
Yeah, and I'll even make it in a motion of tabling it, so you don't have to pay the fee again, because you weren't informed enough. I don't think you ought to have to waste your money again. To me, I don't at least, just me. This is my motion, Tim's motion. I make the motion that we table it until you come back with more information and that we waive your fee the next time you come before
You
us.
don't have to have a time
How-
frame for the table.
How long do I have?
Any time limits on that, Tim, as far as coming back?
A year.
So you table it for 1 year?
I will table it for a year. That gives you time to meet with him and your children.
Okay,
And that way they know what they want to pick out. They may pick out the other side of the road, you know, the other end of the corner down there.
so you're
that-
wanting this soil, the septic permit?
You would have to know, yeah, you would have to know that the land would perk.
So
Okay.
Because if it won't
soil
perk, it's
site.
useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If-
do a soil site and get a layout
Yeah.
with some dimensions.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not trying to hold you to, this is gonna be the house that you're gonna build on it, and this is where the driveway's going. You show me the land will perk, and you know, you
You
got
can fit a
1.5
house
and
on there.
1.5. You've got 18 point,
And dimensionally, it'll
it'll-
work.
yeah, that you can put a house on it. A 2,000, you know, I don't know what kind of house they're gonna build, but some of these young people are building humongous houses, and some are building little ones, so it's just,
Well, Nick, I'm not browbeating here. The reason that we talked about that, on the application, it says submit the following required documents with your request. A sketch plan of your site, include all drives, parking spaces, primary and accessory structures. And the county assessor's map showing the boundaries and subject property, which, that's there, obviously, but there's no other intent to tell us what was going on or how to apply it. So there's nothing we can apply to.
My main thing was that, as I'm setting everything up and talking with them, I was just wanting to know what the possibilities were, so I know what direction to go into.
I
you know.
I don't foresee anything in the future for your family wanting to come back and live
Yeah.
on your place and you cutting them off a section of ground. Now, you, right now, in this variance, you're defining what section of ground that we are giving. You need to be sure that section of ground is what you wanna give.
and what
to
they
those-
want.
And what they want.
Yeah.
Because if you're only giving 150 foot and they wanna put a 100-foot house wide in there, it won't fit.
Right, I understand. I understand
And,
when you're
and when
building.
we give a variance, it needs to be for that piece of ground, and it stays with that piece of ground for, till, forever.
Forever.
Well, it helps them, because you don't want them to have to try to
Yeah.
come back and get another variance for a variance
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
have been
We just need to,
solved.
I don't need to know the house though, do I?
no,
at this point?
well, you need to,
They need to sort of have a plan to make sure it fits on what you give them, though.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Oh,
give
yeah.
them a narrow, long piece of land that comes out to 1.5, then they're gonna have to have a narrow, long house.
Right,
So-
they have to understand the 50-foot
Yes.
setbacks
Yes.
and all that.
if they wanna
I
put,
understand
you
that.
know, and we're trying to help you here,
Yes, I understand.
and,
Okay,
And just a word of caution,
okay,
a year ago, I had a grandson graduate, computer engineering or something, and Lord have mercy, he started to work in Nashville, an unbelievable salary, bought a home, this is gonna be good forever. All of a sudden, he got transferred to Texas. So,
They'll never know.
I would just.
just trying to do what's in my
A
power.
word of caution to the wise is sufficient.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not a fortune teller thing, it's just,
yeah.
you
No,
know.
I understand. Just trying to do what's in my power there.
okay, the motion's been made by Tim to table this for 1 year, that she can come back within a year, once she gets all her information. I need a second. A second.
That would give you sufficient time, right, Nick?
Certainly, we can
Oh,
get some
okay,
signs.
okay.
this week.
I don't wanna be,
We'll get that nailed down.
okay, cool. So, and I'll waive the fees.
Summer Denby? Summer?
Okay.
Is your
Summer
second?
seconded. All in favor for the table, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So it's been tabled
Thank you
for
very much for
1
your
year.
time.
And, we will be sure we, put that in the minutes. Okay?
Y'all have a
Thank
good
y'all.
evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else need to be brought up? Do I hear a motion?
Just me.
Oh, do you want to speak?
Nope.
Oh,
Not this time? Not this time?
no gripes. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Tim, second?
Second.